Hello everyone, this is Rob Alley of the Avery in Charlottesville, Virginia, and I thought I'd take a minute today to talk about some of these foreclosure things and give you my top 10 ways to avoid foreclosure. Number one, don't ignore the problem. The further behind you become, the harder it is for the lender to work with you. The single worst thing you can do is ignore the problem. Number two, contact your lender as soon as you realize you have a problem. The more willing you are to work with the lender, the more willing the lender is going to be to work with you. Call them. Let them know if you're struggling at work, or you got laid off, or if there's a medical problem. Whatever the case may be, call the lender. Let them know what's going on. Number three, open and respond to all mail from your lender. The lender does not want your house. These letters are going to contain pertinent information. The first couple notices are going to include prevention options, what you may or may not be able to do. Open them, read them, and respond. Later notices are going to tell you about pending legal action, if they're going to take it to the courthouse steps, if they have appointed a lawyer, things like that. Open and respond to it. Number four, know your mortgage rights. Find your loan documentation and read it. Know what your lender may do if you can't make your payments. Know what they can't do if you can't make your payments. Learn about the foreclosure laws and timeframes in your state. Every state is different. Virginia and Texas are the most aggressive. Other states are not so aggressive. But know the laws and timeframes in your states. That will help you a lot. Number five, understand foreclosure prevention options. Valuable information about foreclosure prevention will be included in initial letters. It can be found online. It'll range anywhere between special forbearances, putting the arrearage on the back of the loan, short sales, bankruptcy. There are a lot of options that people have to prevent foreclosure, or at least extend the time frame in order for them to maybe sell their house or get back on their feet. The last thing you want to do is lose your house. Understand the options in front of you. 6, contact an approved counselor. The Department of Housing and Urban Development have free counseling. They have low-cost counseling. They have approved counselors. They will talk you through and walk you through steps. In some cases, they may even help you negotiate your loan, rework your mortgage with your lender if you approve them to do that. There are a lot of options when you are working with a counselor. Do it. Some of us as realtors can also do the same thing. I'm approved with a lot of banks. Other realtors are approved as well. Number 7, prioritize your spending. Cut out things you don't need. After healthcare, make your mortgage the first thing you pay. It's a secured loan. If you don't pay that, they take the house. If I were to not pay on debt, it would be an unsecured debt. Credit cards, for example. But pay your secured debts, including your mortgage. Find out where you can cut expenses. Cable TV is nice, but it's not necessary. Gym memberships, golf memberships, extra associations, cut those. Entertainment that is not necessary. Eat in, don't eat out. Eating out is more expensive than cooking dinner at your house. There are a lot of ways people can look at to save money in their budget, and they need to do that. Make the mortgage first, right after healthcare. 8, use your assets. If you have a second car, excess jewelry, whole life insurance policy that you can sell to help reinstate your loan or get current. Can anyone in the house get a second job? There are a lot of ways to use the assets around you. Use those assets to pay towards your mortgage. 9, avoid foreclosure prevention companies. Yes, I'm not saying that they're not legitimate. Yes, they can help, but it's all things that you can do yourself. Don't spend that money on a prevention company. Spend that money towards your mortgage. Pick up the phone. Call your lender. Talk to them about the options that they have for you. Talk to them about the options that you would like to proceed. It's a negotiating process. Be firm. Go through it with your lender. Don't use a company. Number 10, don't lose your house to a foreclosure recovery scam. I've seen this a lot recently. Don't end up being a renter in your own house and somebody else owning the deed. People will walk in, tell you that if you were to pay them $1,600 a month, they'll cover the rest of it. You sign documentation. You basically just sign the deed over to your house. You're now a renter in your own home, and if you make it through this situation and pay that, then in the end they end up owning your house and get the benefits when it's sold. Those are the top 10 ways to foreclosure prevention. Again, I'm Rob Alley of the Avery Group at Roy Wheeler Realty Company in Charlottesville, Virginia. You can call anytime you have questions, 434-975-9000. You can also find me on the web at www.robsellcharlottesville.com. The next couple episodes, we'll be going over short sales, other foreclosure prevention options, further explained, and we'll see you then.